Do you have some data and you'd like to show different parts of it automatically as you're, say, typing, editing, etc.? Maybe have the color change, the background, icon showing. Well, you can using conditional formatting. So let's take a look now. Okay, so I have a spreadsheet, and this is just a training spreadsheet, so there's no real data or anything in it. And I've just added some numbers here to it. Let's say these were full names and I only had one of each person in this group or course. Then what I can do is say, okay, anytime there's duplicates, I'd like it to highlight it. Yeah. So what you do is you first highlight what you would like to format. So I'm actually not going to format names. I'm going to apply this to the rest. And then up on the home tab, I have conditional formatting. I click on this and you can see there's different options. So I have highlight cells, top and bottom, data bars, color scales, and icon sets. I'm going to start with the top one of highlight cell rules. And you can see I can make it greater than, less than a certain amount. So that means numbers that are more than or less than. I can have between specific numbers, equal to, and equal to can be text or something else, a number. Text that contains, so it doesn't have to be the whole thing, a date occurring, or duplicate values. Okay, now this one, I would like duplicate values to be highlighted, and then it comes up and says duplicate with the values of, and I can use the drop down to change this. And you can see it's showing me what it looks like. Or I can go to the bottom and choose customized format. I'm not going to for this one. I'm just going to make it yellow, click on OK. That's great. Now, what if I realized that it wasn't Alice, it was a different name, Alicia. There we go. Now Alice and Alicia have changed their formatting automatically because it's not a duplicate anymore. There we go. But then if I added more, say I added some more names, another Frank, a Billy Bob. Yeah, you can check if the format has been applied there. You can see on Frank it has. But this one, if I go up to conditional formatting and go down to manage rules, it tells me if there's any rules on the current selection. I can also check if it's on this worksheet, and it tells me where it's applied to. So you can see as I've been adding data, it's expanded my conditional format. Now for scores, I can do something similar. I can select, I can go into conditional format and I can highlight. We've already seen when I last went into this, there is a greater than, a less than. So if I say anyone with a score greater than, and I just put the amount in, like 90, there we go, and that's it. So that's nice. And then I also have top and bottom. Now this is one I actually love. I think it's underused. So if I want the top 10%, I can choose top 10%. It calculates which fields will be the top 10% of all of the numbers shown. Again, I have the format, or I have customized format at the very bottom, and I can go in, change number, font, border, fill. I want this to be, I know, orange. There we go. Yeah. You can also have multiple conditional formats applied at the same time, but I just want to show you here. I can do bottom items as well. So instead of bottom 10, I can say, actually, I only want the bottom 3. There we go. And it automatically highlights those. I can then also say, but actually I also want the top 3. Problem is, same format. How am I going to distinguish? Obviously changing them. And there we go. Now this one, because I had 2 that are the same value, it can't distinguish, so it shows me which ones. Great. Now in these, I can also add things like data bars or color scales. So if I do data bars on this, let's see, solid ones or gradient, it now looks at the numbers and it says, right, here's 90, 85, etc. If I want to remove one, I highlight, I go into conditional format, and I can actually clear the rules from the selection, or I can clear everything all at once. Okay, I can also manage my rules. I've gone into this before. I can manage them by changing them. Say I think actually this one I want to edit. I can edit the rule and say, no, I want the top X amount. Instead of 10%, maybe 2% or 50%. Okay, and I can also delete the rule. And then when I OK, it's gone. Now in this range, what I like now is the color scales. So if I choose the different color scales, you can see as I'm pausing over, it's showing me what they're going to look like. But you can see it has the lower numbers are, so the lowest is red here, then it goes in through orange, then it goes yellow, then it goes up to green, and then a dark green to end for the highest numbers. Okay. And in conditional formatting, now I also have icon sets. And this one is quite good if you're somebody who maybe finds numbers a bit too overwhelming when you have a big page of them and you just want to see like traffic lights. Okay, these ones I've seen used a lot in meetings, especially when you're looking at status of things, whether it's on track. We also have the directional. You have more arrows in different colors. Okay, and little icons, etc. Yeah, and in more rules, I can change the icon sets here. And at the time of recording, I can choose these icon sets, and I am limited to these icons, okay? Keep an eye out because I'm always looking to see, are they going to allow us to upload our own icons? Could be in the future, so take a look. I'll try and do a video when I find out that that is a feature. Okay, and then from there, you can specify exactly when that color shows. So I've done this where we've done traffic lights and on projects where we've said, okay, if it's green, it wants to be higher or lower than a specific value. And you can see here it's greater than or equal to 67. If it's greater than or equal to 33, that's basically 33 to the 67. And then anything lower is the red. So, but I can change this. I can say, no, it has to be greater than or equal to maybe a specific amount or greater than a certain amount. This one's a percentage, but I can have it as a specific number. I can put a formula or percentile. Now there's a lot more I can do, and I do with this. So what I have done in the past is, and I still do, I do this on my own spreadsheets on my client site or with my clients, is if I have a list of, say, training and I would like the name highlighted if the person didn't attend training. So if in the attendance it says no show, I'd like it highlighted, or if they haven't booked yet. what I can do is take the number, take this, and I can apply a calculation to say that, say, if this is empty. If you'd like to see that, put that in the comments and I'll create another video. I hope you found this interesting, useful, and enjoyable. Please do click on that thumbs up if you enjoyed, and do subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Also put in the comments any other topics you'd like for training. And do click on one of the links at the top here if you'd like to see another one of my training videos. Take care and have a great day. Bye for now.